Okay, everybody, I got some water, my throat is feeling better, so let's continue with Nancy Drew, the Deadly Device. Over here on the left is the office area. We have Ellie York over here on the left, and Mason Quinto on the right. Ellie works the night shift, and it's daytime right now. Yeah, it's daytime, so she's not here. Mason works the day shift, so he is here, and this is a book on Tesla coils, which is useful, so make sure to get the book. And let's talk to Mason.
If it looks like I'm busy, that means I'm busy.
What are you working on?
It's immensely complicated. Get a postgrad in advanced math and electrical engineering, then I'll explain it to you.
Put it in layman's terms.
Fine. There's this shiny magic that lives in the power lines, and it's dangerous and sly like a fox. And I'm using math to trick it into leaving the power lines, without accidentally making everyone die.
That sounds like you're working on the wireless transmission of electricity to me.
If you want to put too fine a point on it, go ahead, stranger. Which brings me to my next point.
Who am I?
Please let the answer be something that justifies me kicking you out of my workspace.
I'm here on behalf of a new potential owner.
Wrong.
No, that's correct.
No, I mean wrong answer for me. Not the answer I wanted to hear.
Okay, so Mason is sort of, I don't know how to describe him, uptight? Not exactly the friendliest fellow in the world. Let's ask about his average day.
Who do you see on an average day?
Just me. Sometimes Ryan. You ask a lot of questions. Ever thought of being a scientist?
Sometimes.
Good answer. The world needs more people with questions, and fewer people who are sure they have the answers.
That's an interesting response. Good answer! People with answers are stupid. It's like, what? Okay, let's talk about Ryan.
Do you like Ryan?
Let me save you some time. I don't like anyone.
Oh.
That can't be true.
Observe, and I'll demonstrate.
Demonstrate what? Oh, no! Thumbs down!
Other people.
Oh, he gives other people a thumbs down? Oh, no. Oh, no. He must have nobody who is friends with him on Facebook. I'm sorry. I mean, he's the reason they don't have a dislike button on Facebook. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Do you know why Ryan would want to hurt Niko?
The police already asked the same thing.
Well, what did you tell them?
I said if I were to have killed Niko, it'd be because he stole my work.
Whoa, hold on.
It's just a for instance.
Is it?
Yes, that's because I think logically. I force myself to think from A to B to C, and so on. Ryan is all over the place. For her, it's A to zucchini, to that thing from TV, to maybe C, then on to some non sequitur. I don't trust anyone I can't explain.
I don't trust what I can't explain.
Did you work directly with Niko?
No one worked with Niko. We barely spoke to each other. That's the way he liked it. He practically lived in the lab. If he wanted to look at my work, he'd just root around in my hard drive.
So he'd come in here when you were gone?
No, he'd use the network.
He'd just snoop in your files? That seems kind of annoying.
Not kind of. Entirely. It's unethical, and it allowed him to steal.
Sounds like a motive if you ask me.
You mentioned Niko stealing your work. Can you prove that?
No.
You must be pretty upset about that.
Say what you really want to say.
Did the police know your feelings about Niko?
What a peculiar question.
Do you have a peculiar answer?
I do in fact have a peculiar answer. I actually told the police the truth. A more interesting question is, how is Ryan still a free woman?
Why shouldn't she be?
In this case, the smoking gun is a miswired Tesla coil that she built.
Okay. Let's talk about Niko.
Did you dislike Niko?
Very much so.
Would you go as far as to say you hated Niko?
I would go that far, And further, that guy was a jerk.
That seems a little disrespectful, considering...
Does it? Am I supposed to pretend he's great now that he's dead? Lots of jerks have died, and he's one of them. He's a dead, brilliant, jerk madman. The world would be much better off if he'd lived to share more of his intellect. But I selfishly am glad I'll never have to deal with him again.
It seems strange to me that you could be so blasé about a murder.
I deal with things on my own time. But if you are desperate to watch someone cry, Ellie's always available.
Oh, but Mason, I want to see you cry. Can you cry for me, please? I just want to see you cry. Okay, he's not gonna cry for us. I think he gives crying a thumbs down, so he's just not gonna cry at all.
What do you remember about the day Niko died?
More than I'd care to.
I imagine. Did anything stick out?
Yes, the police. It was weird. One of us killed Niko, and here they were, talking about a basketball game, like it was any other day.
What else do you remember?
I remember Ryan. They took her out in cuffs. She came back the next day. Never said a word about what happened.
Interesting.
What's so special about Tesla?
If you have to ask that, you haven't done your research.
I mean, to you. What brought you here?
The work. I turned down Los Alamos in a tenure-track position to be here. Most people don't know this, but the majority of Tesla's work was confiscated by the FBI.
Why?
Could be he was designing weapons. Could be he had a breakthrough that threatened the energy magnates. Don't know. It's all been hidden. What matters is, there's a little bit still here. I always suspected Niko had some squirreled away, and I'd be able to find it. But either he didn't, or I couldn't.
Okay.
You said you were searching for Niko's work. Did you ever look in Niko's personal things?
Of course I looked.
Of course I look.
I'd better get going.
Goodbye.
He's really mad that Niko looked in his stuff, but he thinks it's totally cool that he looks in Niko's stuff.
What are you doing?
And interestingly enough, he thinks it's uncool if we sneak into Ellie's area.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, so as long as Mason is here, we cannot go into Ellie's area. Looks like we have some time left. Let's see if we can talk to Ryan about Mason.
Hi.
Hi! Oh, we can't talk to her about anything.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Ryan, you give other people a thumbs up, right? Ryan? Ryan? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? I think that's it. That's gonna be it for this video. As I said in the previous video, Mason talks a lot, so this video was basically just talking to Mason, and then talking to Mason, and then talking to Mason some more.